Welcome to academic e-learning. So in this video, we are just going to see the continuation of the previous video, that is the components of the storage system environment. Okay. So in the previous video, we had seen about the two major components of the storage system environment. One is the host and next one is the connectivity in the host. We've seen about what is the host and what are the two components, and also we have just seen the physical components of the host, that is the CPU, and that of the input output devices, and that of the storages. And next component we had seen is connectivity. So in that we had seen only the connection between the host and the storage devices. There also we are just having two components. One is the physical component and next one is the logical component. In that physical component we had seen what is a bus and what is a cable, and next what is a port and what is the size of the buses and what is data rate, and what about the different modes of transmission. So one is serial bit transmission and next one is parallel bit transmission, and also we had seen about clock speed, and finally we had seen about the types of the buses. One is the system bus and next one is the IO buses, right? And also we had seen about the logical connectivity. We are just seen about the three most popular interface protocols. Is one is the PCI and next one is the IDA and next one is IDE and next one is SCSI. So that PCI is nothing but the peripheral connect interface, and extra IDE is nothing but the integrated device electronic, and SCSI is nothing but the small computer system interface. Okay, so now we are just going to see the third component of the storage system environment, that is the storage. Okay, so storage, already we had seen we are having two type of storages. One is the memory and next one is the storage devices. So here memory is implemented by the semiconductor chip, and storage devices is made up of optical media or magnetic medias. And also we had seen about the examples. Memory is of two type. One is the random access memory and next one is the read only memories. Okay, but in this we are just going to see about the storage media, not the memories. Okay, so here we are having a disk, tape. So these are all made up of magnetic media, and CD-ROM is made up of optical media, and removable flash memory card is made up of solid state media. Okay, so first we are just going to see about tape. Okay, so tape is just having reels. Okay, a pack of reels are there. So it is mainly used for backup purposes. The main advantage is it is of very low cost. Okay, here also we are having some disadvantages. One is accessing time is very fast. Okay, very high. That is the searching and the retrieval of data from the tape is going to take much more time, and also it not at all supporting random data access. Okay, that is if you want to access the fifth record, means we have to travel from 1 to the 5th. We cannot directly access the 5th record. Okay, therefore it is time consuming. Therefore it is not at all used for the applications that require real time and also the rapid access to the data. That is, frequent accessing of data is not at all allowed in tape. Okay, and second one is it support only the single user, or it support just the single applications. It does not support multiple user or multiple application to access the tape at the same time. Okay, and also the third big disadvantage is here we are having head. Okay, that head is used to perform the read and the write operations on the tape. It is always touches the surfaces of the tape. Okay, therefore it leads to the degrade of the tape. Okay, after the repeated usage of the tapes. So these are all some of the disadvantages. and therefore the main advantage here is tape is very less cost when compared to all other storage medias. So therefore continued development is made on the tape, therefore that results in the high capacity and the high speed drives or exist. Therefore it provide the solution. That solution is a low cost solution for the infrequently accessed data and of the long term storage. Okay, that is when we can use tape means if you are just going to store the infrequent access of data, that is we are not frequently going to access the data means and also we just want to store the data for a longer time, then we can go for tape. Okay, and next comes the optical disc. So the main usage of optical disc is it is just going to store the optical disc. For examples we can say compact disc ROM, right, that is CD-ROM, or that of the variations of the CD, like we are just having DVDs or CD read write. So this all comes under the optical disc storage, and main purpose is to store the photos or the backup medias of our computer or that of the laptops. Okay, here the disadvantage is it is just having limited capacity, and also accessing speed is also very less. Okay, that is when compared to the hard disk. Okay, and the main advantage is it is write once and read many. That is we have to write only once and we can frequently access that data. Okay, the best example of write once read many device is CD-ROM. It is nothing but compact disk read only memories. Okay, therefore it is also provide a solution. That is when we can go for optical disk means if we want to store the data for a longer amount of time, then we can go for optical disk, or we are just going to store the fixed content of the data. That is, once we are created, we don't want to change it repeatedly. Okay, then we can go for optical disk. Okay, that is see, if tape is going to store the infrequently accessed data, and optical disk is going to store the fixed content of the data, that is that does not require frequent changes. Okay, and both the things are going to provide the long term storages. Okay, and next comes the disk drives. So disk drives means it is the most popular storage media that is used in the modern computers, and the most advantage is access time. Okay, that is searching or the retrieval of data from the disk drive is very less. Okay, when compared to all other storage media. Okay, the performance wise is very good, and also it is used in real time applications. Okay, it is also supporting random access of the data. If we want the fifth record means directly we can access that record, no need to traverse the previous records. Okay, and also it supports multiple user or multiple application to access the disk drive at the same time. Okay, so nowadays we are just having disk storage arrays. So this is nothing but it is a collection of multiple disks. It is just going to provide more storage spaces, and also the performance is also very good. Okay, so this is about the storage of the storage, that is one of the components of the storage system environment. Okay, hope you all are very clear. If you are having any doubt, please comment in the comment section. Further concept we will see in our next videos. Thanks for watching. Thank you.